Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello, good people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. It's happening again right now, as it has to do with the ambassadorial nomination list of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And interestingly, there's chaos in the red chamber. The Senate is on fire as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu saying the name of a controversial activist, one whom we may consider to be a fierce Buhari critic, late Buhari critic, talking about Reno Omikri, the same man who once branded Tinubu a drug baron from Chicago for confirmation as ambassador. Senators right now are shouting, tables are shaking, old tweets are being dug up like graves, and the chamber has literally split into two war comes, and right now no one can tell what will happen. One nomination, one old tweet, and the entire Nigerian Senate is about to explode. Let's dive into full details and give you what is happening as it has to do with Reno Omikri's nomination. According to the news, a major crisis is currently unfolding within the Nigerian Senate following the inclusion of social media commentator and former presidential aide Reno Omikri in the list of ambassadorial nominees. The controversial appointment, which comes despite Omikri's past scathing criticism of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has sparked intense factional battles and even led to the temporary shutdown of Lawmakers' internal communication platform, according to the news. Omikri's name was among the 32 forwarded to the Senate for confirmation. However, his nomination has generated a storm of opposition, primarily due to a prior contention remark where he reportedly labeled the current president a drug baron. Multiple sources have disclosed to Sahara Reporter that Senate President Godswill Akpabio was instrumental in championing Omikri's nomination allegedly as a political reward. In an unexpected turn, however, Akpabio is now reportedly mobilizing his own loyalists to reject the very nomination he helped put forward. How true can that be? Now, that is coming from Sahara Reporter. Let me give you more details. According to Sahara Reporter, it says that the Senate President has nominated Omikri as a reward for the hatchet job he did for him. One source had disclosed, however, Akpabio is rallying some of his clique to screen Omikri out on the claim that he once attacked Tinubu and called him a drug baron. In related opposition, Senator Osita Ngu of Enugu West has taken a prominent role in mobilizing resistance against Omikri's confirmation. Ngu is said to be urging his colleagues to reject the nominee on grounds of impropriety, arguing that an individual who made such serious allegation against a sitting president cannot credibly represent the nation internationally. According to the info, it says that Senator Osita Ngu, representing Enugu West Senatorial District, is reported to be rallying senators to reject Omikri. Ngu has been attacking colleagues against the move. The internal disagreement escalated into a larger crisis when the Senate routine communication channel, a WhatsApp group of lawmakers, were abruptly locked after argument over Omikri's nomination intensified. Senator Ngu, reportedly an administrator of the group, allegedly disabled response to halt the confrontation. This move reportedly angered several senators who felt their voice were being silenced. Senator Natasha publicly challenged Ngu over the group shutdown and demanded the platform be reopened and comments deleted during the altercation be restored. Dear Senator Osita Ngu of Enugu West Senatorial District, you will open response in the Senators WhatsApp forum and repost my deleted comments. Else, I'll bring the discussion to the public domain. Ngu defended his stance, insisting that anyone who has called the president a drug baron was unfit to represent the country. He said someone who called the president of Nigeria a drug baron and who has not retracted the statement should not represent Nigeria and Nigerians in the international and diplomatic society. It's about the office of the president, not about an individual. Meanwhile, bring it up. Despite the significant uproar, the Senate is scheduled to commence the screening of all senatorial nominees on Tuesday. This political firestorm is further complicated by Omikri's own prior public declaration. Before the 2023 presidential election, Omikri was one of President Tinubu's fiercest critics and once sworn never to accept any appointment or work under his administration. Reno made the remarks during an appearance on podcast hosted by journalist Reno Omikri when asked directly if he would accept an offer from Tinubu. He says it will never happen. He said, pressed further on whether any scenario could make him reconsider, he added, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to betray privilege. Somebody from Bola Ahmed Tinubu's camp has already reached out to me and I told the person that, look, it cannot happen. I can't do it. It's just against my principle. Some people can do that. It's not in my DNA. I cannot do it. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I wish Bola Ahmed Tinubu well if he eventually is sworn in and then the court upholds his victory, but I can never work with him." Those were the former statement made by Omikri this time around during an interview. And this is getting really interesting, my colleagues in the house, and we just want to look at this. I mean, it's a case of someone's past haunting him again. And I think this is going to be a life lesson for most Nigerians. If you must take a stand, you must take it real good. Now that the senators are fully involved in this, what's your standpoint? Do you think Omikri may likely lose an opportunity of being a representation of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at a global level?
Everything actually depends on Reno Omikri. If they tell him now to retract his statement, is he going to swallow his words? Would he say that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is no longer a drug baron, but rather the nicest man that ever existed on the planet Earth? Would he also say that he won the election free, square, and he's representing Nigeria? Would he also tell Nigerians and the world at large that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the best president that Nigeria can ever produce, and he's doing one of the best policies? Would he say a lot of would he swallow back his words? A lot of things he said that he's now going back to swallow. Would he go back and retrace his step? And don't also forget that if he starts retracing himself, he has started already on a beggarly note. If already you have found wanting, and then now the senators are finding it difficult to endorse your senatorial, your ambassadorial position. If eventually you get there, don't you think you'll be an underdog? Don't you think you'll keep doing things to keep pleasing people to show that you're loyal? I don't think it's worth it personally for me. But then again, he's the one who have traded himself. He was once in the opposition. Now he's now with the ruling party, trying to swallow his words. I think, personally speaking, Reno have said quite a lot against the president, and I've seen this happen before. Erofa was one of the key strong, yes, and he ended up not getting that seat.
Yeah,
so it could be just a way of making him so that he doesn't feel bad. They want him to do all the dirty jobs, flash him a position that he'll probably not get, except he's willing to clean their legs and become some sort of a slave to them.
But looking at the situation of things, do you think that he may not be given the job on the basis of that? Because right now, if you look at the train of event, you know that he's lying a lot. I'm sorry to say that. Right now, he's doing a lot to promote Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So I don't know if it's going to be a case of a prodigal son. Father needs to forgive him in front of everybody or something.
Well, I do not know. I'm not in the mind of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but in the long run, I believe strongly that they may likely give it to him with strong warnings. But the question is, would they?
All right, that's what we'd like to wrap it. Let's read the comments and talk more on this. What's your standpoint? This is becoming very, very tension-filled. But let's read the comments.